Here's a question for you then, because this is to like artistic integrity, and again, that's got a very kind of pompous vibe to it. But at the same time, there's a degree of which you're in control of your own performance, because then the degree of control that you have is the degree of responsibility. I'll give you an example. So, say for example, when you turn up to a venue, and like you said, you just check it out so that you know what you're working with the elements, so that you can then deliver the best end product. Yeah. Now, on a lot of these shows that I've seen, like America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, and I've spoke to the magicians and other performers that have gone on, they said we had to wear these clothes, we had to do this, we had to do that, and they controlled like 60%, and we had to be on and off, and even on the night we didn't know if we had to do this or the other depending on how much time was left, especially when it went live. How much of that, and that changed our end performance and what we were judged for. So like, what are your feelings about that? How much would you compromise the integrity and saying, look, it's got to be this way, it's my way or the highway, because else I know it's just not going to sound good or it's not going to look good, and I don't want to look like a dickhead. Do you know what I mean?
Well, okay, so I have experienced this. So about 20 years ago, I did the talent show, the early days of the talent show, circuit, if you like.
Shit, that's only 2000, isn't it? That's 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, and this was the early days of I think I did the audition for the second X Factor, and before that a couple of other shows, Jonathan Ross Big Talent Show, which I would have been on with the band. And also,
so did you get on that? The big.
I would have been on it, but I left the band. The band was on it, but I wasn't in it.
Yeah, I know
because of what I'm about to say.
Go on.
And then there was another one called Star for a Night, and I was in an audition with Joss Stone.
Yeah.
Who she wasn't Joss Stone at the time; she was completely unknown. But that's who I was on after, or before, in fact, at the Mermaid Theatre in London, and they love me. They love the sax, they love the singing. And then just before TV, the final kind of audition with producers and cameras and everything, they're going, well, we want you to do this, we want you to do that, we want some dancing girls, and I'm going, oh, I feel really uncomfortable with all this, and they were like, it's not really me, and you said grow my hair, and I think I look like a dick. Excuse my French. She'd prefer to beat that out, but I look stupid. And it's kind of the second I started that, I was out. The second I started bleating,
you went against the system.
I was
you beat
out.
the hand that fed you. Yeah.
And I spoke to a friend of mine who was the MD for The Voice a few years ago, and he said, look, that still is kind of true. The Voice in particular is very good, apparently, at they really want you to be as organic as you can. They like that. They want that. They want you to grow in the show. That's part of what the show's about.
But is it growing in the way that they want the format of the show to go?
Who knows? If I ever experience it, I'll find out. But like Steve said, we are making entertainment here. This is about making entertainment. This isn't about you. This is about a show and entertainment. And if you want to be part of that industry, then you have to play along with it.
You're a player in an orchestra.
You're only you might be the person that the camera's looking at, but there's a lot of other stuff going on here. There's a lot of interaction, and you have to play along with that game because that's entertainment.
And again, how much of that are you comfortable with, and how much of that can, over the years, have you kind of learnt to accept that, this is how you play the game? A bit like when you do marketing as well, it's sort of like, I don't have to go that, but you're going to have to sell yourself, so you're going to have to play the game of, marketing and stuff.
So I think I used to be, I think as you get older, you care. I don't really, will I be really upset if I don't get on? No, not really. It won't bother me one way or the other. Will I really enjoy getting on? I'm not going to say I don't want to get on because of my artistic integrity. No, I'd love to meet Tom Jones.
But how much would you? Yeah, Amy likes him too, doesn't she?
Yeah,
I like him. I want to meet Tom.
Apparently, I'm getting dumped for Tom, and she really means it.
So I'm good with Amy, or we can have Tom Jones on the show next. That's all right. Yeah, Paul's out, Tom's in.
Yeah. But yeah, so you get my point. But I'm not going to. It'd be fun. Be great fun.
But how much? I think the question I'm asking is, I'm trying to just get a
go
better
for it.
question.
Yeah, go for it.
How much would you now compromise if the show asked you to do something? Would you go along and do it, or would you say, I'm not doing that? Do you know what I mean? I suppose it depends on what it is.
A little bit what it is, and
but it's
how
sort of like if they said, you've got to wear these clothes, you've got to look like this. We're all doing a 70s show, and you've got to wear this stupid. You've got to come on like a gorilla with a saxophone because we're doing an animal theme. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like, oh, come on, play along. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of how much are you going to sort of like play along? Not that I'll do that, but you know what I mean. mean? Where do you
think
draw the line? Of
depends on the spirit of
Yeah.
it. If the spirit of it is to make me look foolish,
Yes.
I will see that and I will say no.
Yeah.
If you're doing it to, so we have this thing in the industry, in X Factor and various other things, and they call it the freaks and geeks.
Bye, boy, lollipop. Give it my heart, go, giddy up. You are the sweetest candy. You are my sugar dandy. Oh my goodness! Oh, bye, boy, lollipop.
We've decided he's that.
They want you to be. They love that you're enthusiastic and that you think you're a brilliant singer and that you're crazy. And we all know the Verners and God knows who else that have been through X Factor. And I'm not downing them as people. They're wonderful characters.
Yes.
But they are that.
They're not talented, but they are good characters.
They're exceptional characters. They're very entertaining, and that's what they like about them. But can they sing? Well, of course they can't sing, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
Yeah.
And their spirit is wonderful, and that's great. But I thought it was a singing contest, and that's not what it is. So for me, it would be very much about how I'm being framed. If I'm being framed as to be set up to fall, then I'm not going anywhere near that, and I will see it. And if you're giving me a song which frequently happens with some of these shows, that I can't sing, but you've told me I've got to sing it, then no, I'm afraid.
You're setting up for failure.
You're setting me up for failure.
To fit an archetype for our show.
Yeah.
And you've got to care about the show because it's our show and you're a guest on our show.
And you've signed this, that, and the other, and you're done.
Yeah.
So I know people that had their careers ruined by things like that? Yes, I do. Absolutely. On Britain's Got Talent and on X Factor. So would I put myself up for that? Well, no, I wouldn't. That said, generally speaking, any publicity is good publicity.
Yes. And everyone forgets about it anyway. So the attitude, and it's always good to say I did it, kind of a thing. Do you know what I mean?
And so I think if you take it for the fun spirit of what it is,
not take it too seriously.
This way, fella. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Strange's unbelievable umbrellas. You may be in magazines, but you still be my star. Because in the dark, you can't see shiny cars, and that's when you need me there. With you, I always share. Because when the sun shines, we shine together. I told you I'll be here forever. I'll always be your friend. Remember that was down till the end.
You've made, Mr. Umbrella Man.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be notified of our latest videos.